Today is my birthday. It is December 19th, my actual birthday. Because I have a December birthday, it is towards the end of the year, and that is when I like to do a lot of my reflections. I actually wrote down 29 lessons that I learned before 29. It's just gonna be a very raw, honest video. I have it just on a Google Doc. I just wanted to share these lessons with you in case maybe you're learning the same things that I am. Perhaps some of these lessons can save you from some of the pain that I went through. If you wanna wish me a happy birthday, I'd really appreciate it if you gave this video a thumbs up, but here are the lessons. Let's jump right into it. Number one, stop saving everything for a special occasion. Do you remember being a kid and having those sticker books where you would save all of your favorite stickers? I recently went back to my parents' house and I saw all of those unused stickers that I was saving for some special occasion, but I always felt too scared to just enjoy the thing and use it in that moment. Like, I personally am guilty of holding on to my special matcha powder, and I realized that some of the special ones I've been hoarding are actually expired now because I was so scared to just run out of it and not have it anymore. What I learned is that tomorrow is never promised. Just enjoy your life today. There will be very few instances where you regret that. Number two, learn to grow out of a scarcity mindset and shift to an abundance mindset. What you believe mentally manifests into your reality. So if you believe that you are not capable of something, then you really do become incapable of that thing. People always say Delulu is the Salulu. Well, I don't believe in being completely delusional, like I'm a very realistic person. I do think there is some value in having more confidence and believing in yourself. Now, scarcity mindset, especially if you are coming from an immigrant family, I think we're always taught to save, save, save. Stability is the most important thing. And a lot of our beliefs are kind of centered around fear. But what I've learned is that when you live in fear, it often doesn't allow these bigger, better things to come into your life. So I highly encourage you to adopt an abundance mindset and make room for those bigger things that you've been wanting. Number three, this is a hard truth that I learned. Opportunity almost never goes to the most deserving person. Have you ever looked at a situation and felt like objectively you worked harder, you put in more time, but that opportunity ended up going to someone else? I always thought that if I just put my head down and do the work, then it will speak for itself and I will then become eligible to get whatever thing I'm aiming for. Society does not usually work like that. Humble work alone won't really get you very far. For a lot of us, it is not in our nature to talk about the things that we do or the things that we are contributing because we want to assume that other people, our bosses, our coworkers, will just notice that we are going above and beyond. And sometimes they do, but a lot of the times they don't, or they don't even know half of the things that you're doing. So it's really your responsibility to gently remind them of what you have done. It's not that they don't want to notice, but the truth is that everyone is very preoccupied with their own lives, their own deadlines, and things that they're working on. So it's up to you to speak up. Also, at the end of the day, we are human. So who you know, how you know them, how you treat them will often be just as important as the work that you put in. Number four, it never hurts to ask. If you didn't ask, the answer was already no, so you are losing nothing by asking. The outcome is the same even if they say no. And don't be afraid to get no's. I've gotten a lot of no's in my life, but also surprisingly a lot of yeses. Number five, if you wouldn't accept advice from someone, be cautious to also accept their criticism. As the wise Taylor Swift said, think of your energy as expensive. Not everyone has invested in you in order to be able to have the capital for you to care about what they think. I feel like I don't even need to further explain that. Number six, learn to be okay with being misunderstood. Even when we have the best of intentions, sometimes things can just get twisted. Sometimes your actions and words can uncover things that other people are uncomfortable about themselves, and that somehow turns into gossip and hatred. Nobody likes being understood, it sucks. But when you realize that when you stop caring about what they think or what they're saying, and that it actually has no power over you whatsoever, you will live a much more carefree life. Being misunderstood will happen over and over and over again in your life, and you will get criticized if you defend yourself, you'll get criticized if you don't defend yourself. Literally, you can't win. Know your character, and your friends and your family and the people that you care about know your character. That's all that matters. Number seven, how people perceive you is often more of a reflection of them, not you. This realization blew my mind, and this works both ways. Have you ever met someone and they didn't really do anything, but they just somehow rub you the wrong way? Maybe it's the way that they carry themselves, something that they're passionate about. Seeing someone else be them in a way that we are scared to be ourselves sometimes can reveal some of our biggest insecurities. So if I ever feel that way, then I just think about, first, one, why am I feeling that way? And two, what is this revealing about myself? Because maybe it's worth noting and seeing if there's something that I need to work on. Okay, more about people. Number eight, trust your gut. I know that I said that we need to look inwards, but also there are times where something will just feel off. Every single time I have not trusted my gut in my 20s, I almost always deeply, deeply, deeply regret it. Sometimes you just cannot explain it. It's weird because there are instances where I will be shown time and time and time and time again about a situation, and I refuse to believe it, thinking that just, it's gonna work out and it's gonna be fine. No, please just trust your gut. A little bit more lighthearted stuff. Number 9, it is incredibly important that you figure out your POV, who you are, and what you like. Not what the rest of the world likes, what you like and who you want to be. In a world of so much noise telling you that you have to have this, you have to have that, I promise you, there's almost nothing that you absolutely have to have. Like, if you like a clean girl look, then stick to that clean girl look even if glam is trending. I think people shine the brightest when they are authentically who they are instead of chasing every new thing that comes along. Number 10, the person that you spend the most time with in the world is yourself. It is healthy and okay to want to be a better version of yourself, and we should all be actively working on improving who we are. We are really mean to ourselves. We often say things to ourselves that we would never say to a friend. Thinking about my own inner dialogue, if my friend said that to me, I would never be friends with this person. And if you say that to yourself and you believe in that, then it really will become your reality. Learn to be kind to yourself, give yourself grace. Life is short, but life is also long. You have a long time to figure it out. Number 11, each year in your 20s will feel like a decade in itself. You will learn so much that you didn't even think was possible. It's funny because I would say when I was 22, 23, that's when I felt the oldest. That's when I felt like I had all the answers. I just finished college, I got my first job, and then the older you get, the more you realize that you don't know. Number 12, we spend over 1/3 of our lives at work. Find something that you enjoy. Even if it's gonna take you longer to get there, I strongly believe that if you are passionate about what you do, eventually it will take you further. Number 13, do not make your job your entire personality. I realized in the last couple of years that when my work was not doing well, it felt like my entire life collapsed. Even when my personal life was going great, I had great relationships, friends, family, my health was good, I had so many things to be grateful for, yet when my work wasn't going well, it somehow ruined everything. And in that moment, I realized that I really needed to find myself outside of work. Again, work is a very important 1/3 of your life, but don't let it bleed through everything else. Number 14, if something falls through, it's because something truly bigger and better is meant for you. This is really big things for both Kevin and I this year, where it genuinely felt like the end of the world because something that we thought was so solid ended up falling through. And it sucks. It's a gut-wrenching, heart-sinking feeling. Usually not immediately, but something bigger and better will come along. But you have to trust in yourself. You have to continue to put in the work, and it always works out, even when you feel like it won't. I feel like I need to start going faster. This is a very long video. 15, for every popular piece of life advice, there's almost always another that opposes those exact thoughts. I spent a lot of time reading self-development books, podcasts, all that stuff. You'll get the advice that you should just try to get as much sleep as you can, no matter when that is. And then there are people who say, no matter how little sleep you get, you should wake up at 5 a.m. I wish there was a rule book for life and, there was just one way to do it for all of us to be successful. But the truth is that we're all different people. What's gonna work for that person is probably not gonna work for me. 16. Peace will come in your late 20s. If I think about my early 20s, I feel like I was, maybe angry is not the right word. I feel like I was always ready to defend myself, to do something. And in my late 20s, girl, I'm so peaceful. Like I genuinely never felt so peaceful in my life. And a lot of things that used to bother me way less. Number 17, learn to fall in love with the process of making money. Money is a subject that a lot of people don't like to talk about. I'm grateful that it's something that I've always been open about because it's the way that my parents raised me. It was often a topic of discussion in a positive way on how we can use it to improve our lives. And so I grew up with that being the norm, and I still kind of carry that in my adult life. There's a lot of people who think that I am obsessed with money. Again, I'm totally cool with being misunderstood. I would like to clarify that what I'm obsessed with is actually the process of making money. I love the game of making money and just figuring out different streams of income. Growing up, I didn't have an allowance, so I had to get really creative. From the little bit of money that I saved up, I would go to the store and buy pencils. And there were a lot of kids who got allowances, but they weren't allowed to go to the store or buy what they wanted. So I would go and take orders from the students and sell it for a little bit more expensive than I bought it at the store. Slowly, my money became more money and then more money. But it's always just felt really fun to me, the same way that it feels really fun for me to get a good deal. I think when you think about it like a game, it becomes way more fun. Number 18, while we are on the topic of money. Money is nothing more than a tool to help you and your loved ones achieve the life that you want. Anybody would be lying if they said that money wasn't important. Money is how we get shelter, how we get food. But when you die, you do not take any money with you. You do not take any material possessions with you. All you are left with is you and maybe a handful of people who care about you. I used to have really bad scarcity mindset when it came to money. And now, granted, my income is also higher, but I am much, much better about spending money where I need to elevate life experiences. Like next year, one of my biggest goals is for my parents to fly business class. Is business class a good financial investment? No. Oftentimes you could probably fly that same economy route round trip maybe 3 or 4 times. But is it worth just being able to experience and enjoy life? I really see money very differently now. Number 19, you are not worthless just because you aren't number 1 at something. This sounds so stupid in hindsight, but I felt like if I couldn't be number 1 in what I did, then it was pointless for me to even try. And I think that is the toxic mindset that kind of comes when you grow up in a competitive environment, because everything is always about, well, this person is better than this person, and if I have this, then you don't have that, which are just completely flawed ways of thinking. While I still think it is so incredible and admirable to be number 1 at something, there's also just more purpose to life, right? You could be number 1 at something and still not enjoy your life. So just learn to enjoy it even if you're not number 1. A little bit about relationships. Number 20, your life partner is the single most important decision you will make in your life. It sounds really serious, but you spend more time with this person than anybody else in the world other than yourself, which means that you are influenced by them, you will think like them, you will move like them. Your partner is also the only family member in your lifetime that you get to choose. So choose wisely, and if you feel like you deserve better, you probably do. Number 21, there are no rules in a relationship. People will always try to impose their idea of what a successful relationship looks like. What kind of personalities they should have, what they should look like, gender, age, religion, finances. The truth is that we're all just trying to figure it out, right? And there is no set checklist for everybody that's universal. As long as the 2 people in the relationship are happy, that is all that matters. 22, it is much better to have a couple of very close friends than a bunch of acquaintance friends. Do not be mile wide, inch deep. Invest in the people that you really care about and show up for them. 23, when you say yes to something, you're actually saying no to everything else that you could be doing in that time. So be very careful with your yeses. 24, every day, every action you take is a vote towards the person that you want to be. If you want to be a healthy, fit person, what kind of decisions would that person make? Would they choose to go on a run in the morning? Would they choose to go to the gym? Every day we make little votes towards who we want to be. And while missing a vote here and there is not a big deal, if you miss all of your votes, then it does become a big deal. Speaking of health, number 25, everything will go much smoother in life if you make time to prioritize your health. I mean, I know scientifically this is true, but over the last 2 months now, Kevin and I have consistently gone to the gym, and I can't say that we've ever done that in a winter in our lives before. So it's a really good new habit that we've built. Believe it or not, every time I run, my anxiety levels significantly decrease. I used to wake up with this pressure in my chest, just feeling so overwhelmed and so behind no matter what time I woke up. And ever since I've been consistently going to the gym, I feel like a new person. Things don't bother me as much, I'm not as anxious. I feel like when you're younger, you can kind of get away with maybe not prioritizing your health as much. In your late 20s, you will definitely feel it. I feel back pain, everything hurts. I want to live a good quality of life, so therefore I'm putting my health first. Number 26, minimize your screen time. My focus is so bad when I'm on my phone all day. I feel like I can't even remember what I had for lunch. I have screen time limits on my social media apps. I highly encourage you to do the same. When you are off your phone, your life will suddenly feel so vivid, so vibrant, and every day will feel like a whole week. At least that's how I felt. Number 27, there's no investment like an investment in yourself. Have you ever had buyer's remorse? A lot of material things that I purchase, I'm like, ugh. If you ask me if I'd rather have that item or my money back, almost always my money back. However, an investment in myself, my education, my skincare routine, my shower routine, all that to me has been worth every single penny and more. Number 28, we live on a floating rock. Nothing is ever that serious. Do you ever have a situation where it just feels like it's the end of the world and nothing will ever get better? I think we all feel like that sometimes. We all have a journey of life. We all have a finite amount of time here, and we all end up dead. It sounds really morbid, but it's true. As cliche as it is, just enjoy the life that you are given and just be happy. And for the last one, number 29, there is beauty in life everywhere. You just have to look for it. I recently walked along the same path that I always walk multiple times a week, and I put my phone away and I started to notice things that I had just never seen before. The leaves, the water, the ducks that migrated from Canada. It was the same thing that I saw every day, but Suddenly, when I romanticized it all, and I thought about how beautiful life is and how all these pieces are all connecting together right here, right now, it felt really special. There's beauty in everything, but you have to choose to see it. Okay, that was much longer than I anticipated. That's some of the biggest lessons I've learned in my 29 years of life. If you have lessons that you want to share with me, I'd really appreciate it if you left a comment down below. Aside from that, as we close out 2025, I want to let you know that I am really, really grateful. Thank you for being here. Having this channel, having my social media has changed my life for the better, and it is something that I never ever take for granted. I'm really excited for what's to come in the future, and happy holidays. Don't forget your 10 out of 10. Don't let anyone ever make you feel otherwise, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!